Good. Come on. Come on. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Today's December 15th, 2025, 9 a.m. Commissioners Court for Jim Wells County is now in session. Agenda item number 3, public testimony. Is there anybody in the public like to address the court this time? Anybody in the court like to address the court this time? Hearing none, we'll move to agenda item number 4, discuss, consider, and take action to approve minutes from previous meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Consent, agenda item number 5, consent agenda. Consent agenda items will be voted upon in one vote and will not be discussed separately unless requested by the county judge, commissioner, or citizen.
Judge, Commissioners, I've reviewed all the budget amendments and they are allowable transfers with y'all's approval.
Motion to approve item as presented, Judge.
Second.
A motion and a second.
Second.
George, second it?
Yes,
I
sir.
have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 6, certification of funds by county auditor for general fund rental income 12-000-370.11 in the amount of $191,000. From that transfer, $175,547.63 to Buildings and Improvements Annex, and 12-510-580.01 transfer $15,452.37 to Repair and Maintenance Annex, 12-510-450.10.
Commissioners Court, pursuant to local government code 1110108, I hereby certify that Jim Wells County has received $191,000 from rental income deposited into general funds. These funds are designated for expenditures to be incurred by the general fund and are available for appropriate use. This certification authorizes the inclusion of the rental income proceeds in the 2025 budget as an amendment.
That rental income is from what building, Judge?
Bank building. Yes, so for this first year, we were able to recover $191,000 of rental income from the bank building. That rental income is going to these other line items that we utilize funds to remodel, not necessarily to remodel, but anything that needed as far as maintenance is concerned, remodeling is concerned, anything of that sort. So we're able to replenish those line items with this rental income.
That covers about 10 months of rental.
Yeah, roughly about 10, yeah.
10.5%, yeah.
So there's still about another 40 outstanding.
For this year, no, not quite, there's probably about 25,000.
Yeah, because
For the year.
in the beginning of this year, we were still contracted with Laudeles, Los Laudeles, and, is that what it's called?
But there's still monies outstanding. Okay, thank you.
There is, we just haven't received them, this is just what we've received, so I can certify that amount, and then the rest,
In other
Maybe by the
words,
next
it's something that will accumulate every year.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Not Los Laudeles, Los Abriles. And they collected, a few of the rentals for expenses that they incurred while they were still on the contract. So, can I
Motion to
entertain a
approve.
motion?
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second to approve agenda item number 6 as stated. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. It's a real good thing. We got to replenish our line items with that rental income, which is a good thing. So on number 7, we need to go to executive session, but I see some people in here. Mr. John, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take care of a couple of more before we do ours. That way they can get back into their normal jobs and not have to wait here in Commissioners Court. We'll go to agenda item number 8, discuss, consider, and take action to approve mutual aid agreement between Jim Wells County and Real Transportation, the Real Economic Assistance League Incorporated, for transportation support during emergency events, including evacuations, disasters, and other declarations of emergency.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning. Judge, Commissioners, thank you for having me here. I am Pam Hernandez with Real Transportation. I'm also here with our Transportation Director, Martin Ornelas. We want to thank you for taking the time to take this to consideration. So basically what this is a mutual aid agreement. And so this agreement would formalize our ability to assist one another during times of crisis by enabling the coordinated sharing of transportation resources, personnel, and logistics support. In the past, we worked very closely with the Emergency Management Coordinator for the county, Mr. Brown, and stay in communication. I want to thank you for that as well. This is whether something's going on in town, a fire, weather-related. We've always worked very well and communicated very well with the county. This right here, this would be a formal agreement between the county to support any kind of future emergency evacuations, and know that Real Transportation would be there on standby to assist for your constituents, for the community, for the county, that we've always been here to support and will continue to support. Is there any questions that maybe I can assist you with?
Yes, would that be like either night or day whenever those resources are needed?
Yes, Commissioner.
Great.
Thank you.
You have anything, Lance?
Lance Brown, Jim Wells County Emergency Management. Real, this is a great program. Whenever we had our disaster for our May 9th, Pam and I, we were 10, 11 o'clock at nighttime. Hey, what can we do? And, we're just trying to respond first. And then in our recovery stage, Real had a bus for us for about, 3 or 4 days, where we had our SBA director, and they towed it around Alice officials, Jim Wells officials, and then federal officials for about 3 or 4 days while we assessed damages with TDM. So my hat's off to you guys, because they made a promise and they stood by their promise, and we had our disaster. So hopefully we don't have to use them in the near future, but that's a huge asset for us to have for the county. Thank you.
Has Mr. Guerra's office approved of, Mr. Ascendis, can you hear me? Good morning. She's muted. Robert, can you unmute her? Can you hear us now?
Is that better? Yes, I can hear you, Judge. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. I said there. Yeah, I reviewed the agenda with Mr. Guerra. I was not aware that there was any issue or any problem with that. It's my understanding that that's appropriate and ready for the commissioner's consideration.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we approve, as long as, the county attorney's office has approved it. If there's any issues, we'll get back with you, but otherwise, I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Have you brought it up through the county attorneys, your agreement?
Yes, when we
So
drop
it's
this off.
Pretty much, he's looked at it, right?
To my knowledge, yes. Yes, thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate you too.
Ma'am, thank you, Martin.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Agenda item number 9, discuss, consider, and take action to approve an interlocal cooperation agreement between Fremont Police Department and the Jim Wells County Sheriff's Office for joint criminal interdiction operations, coordinated investigations, and mutual law enforcement assistance.
Commissioners, Captain Juan Reyes, Jim Wells County. And this is just the local agreement between Fremont and Jim Wells County. We had an agreement before, and that's still updated as to the, for 2026 as well, and with the new sheriff.
Mr. Reyes, I got a question for you. On the mutual law enforcement system, is that including when people get a ticket for speeding or anything like that?
Any traffic done out in the county, that would also include as well.
It's not just for drug or money
Interdiction.
interdiction?
Not for
It
interdiction, this
includes
is to
tickets.
assist,
And those tickets will be sent to the Jim Wells County JP?
yes.
Okay,
in
just want
the
to make sure of that.
jurisdiction. Okay. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I see the agreement, it's going to be, I guess, effective today? If we approve it, it's effective
Yes, sir.
today, and then 1 year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all we needed with the dates. And the county attorney has
Yes, sir.
seen it? Okay. I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
All right,
All opposed, same sign.
thank you, sir.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Reyes. Agenda item number 10, discuss, consider, and take actions to grant final approval to the plat of a 21.55 acre tract designated for Cream Addition located east of County Road 307.
Good morning.
Morning.
So the replat, I am the owner. I'm Vanessa Kring. The replat consists of 4 tracts. I know last time whenever we discussed it, we talked about flood zone restrictions. I did email Stewart Title on December 2nd, and they said they didn't have any restrictions for that piece of property. And the flood zone, I have here showing the red, this is where we're located right there. So you'll see it's not in the flood zone. And as far as the tracts of land, we're just wanting to sell the 3 tracts and continue to keep tract number 3. That's where we reside. And that's where all the electricity and the water well and the structure of our home for us. Each tract will have 220 frontage road off of 307. So they're not going to be sharing any of our water source. They're not going to be sharing our electricity or our driveway. We'll have, everybody will have to get with the county and get their own driveway, their own 911 address. And
Okay. Just for court record, can
Yeah.
you state your name?
yeah, Vanessa Kring.
So these are gonna be sold as acre tracts, right?
5 acre tracts. Yes,
5
sir.
acre tracts? Okay, and they'll have to follow our subdivision rules?
Yes, sir.
Have all those guidelines been documented as far as the buyers are concerned? Like they have to get their own electricity, their own water?
So as a realtor, we do address all of that at the very beginning whenever it's placed on the market. We'll state that there's no electricity, there's electricity off of 307, and it's all raw land, so it's not cleared. The only section that is cleared is the 6 acres that we live on.
I guess what I'm trying to ask is, let's say you sell the piece of land to just
John Doe.
John Doe. They're not gonna come back and you and say, hey, well, we don't have a water source, or come to the county, we don't have a water source, so we just wanna make that clear that they're buying as is, and that they don't come back to us and say, hey, well, the county needs to get us some water out here.
Well, everyone will be responsible for their own well. They'll have to get a well out there because there's no city water.
Have you checked on the water source, make sure they can drill a well, it's good well, stuff like that?
Well, we have a well, and they tapped at 400 feet. We use it, we drink it. I mean, they would have to, I believe there is a process. The company would have to come in. I'm not a water well company, but I'm assuming there's a process where, just like the septic tank, where you have to check the soil.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just, curious, because
Yeah.
it's pretty standard for them to drill their own well, septic tanks, stuff like that. In some cases, water might not be available or might not be any good, so that's the only thing I think
Yeah.
Commissioner was trying to.
And I can understand that with everything that's going on. I mean, I can definitely
I
see
think a
that.
lot of that, it's covered on the on subdivision rules.
So we looked at the restrictions. There's none. So as a realtor, we go by the restrictions. So as far as going past that, whenever property is sold every day, I mean, that's all they want to make sure. They want to look at the restrictions and make sure that they have to state in the contract what they want to do, what their goal is. And this is residential.
One of the policies that we have, you have to have a septic tank or water approved by the county, actually. And if it's not approved, AEP will not connect.
Absolutely. Yep.
So that's one thing that you might
Yes.
want to, I don't know if it's a
Yes.
restriction, but I know that they can get electricity unless it's a good septic tank and a good water well.
Yep. And we actually, we provide a couple of names to our clients. I will be listing the property. So we do provide a couple of names, and we have some good, septic companies. Juan Garcia, we use him. We definitely educate our clients and let them know that they can't just go and get light. They have to have a septic first.
So anyway, it's, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just
No,
trying to- I'm
absolutely,
just trying
yeah.
to, because it's good to create taxpayers. Let's put it that way.
Exactly. No, I agree with you.
And I don't think I spoke to Mr. Guerra earlier, I don't think he had any problems with this agenda item. That being said, can I entertain a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go to agenda item number 13. I'm skipping around, so please, Ms. Isabel, keep track for me, I don't miss on any of them. Agenda item number 13 is discuss, consider, and take action to approve a resolution authorizing Grant Works Incorporated with administrative project delivery services, provider services with Jim Wells County 2020 Colonia Fund Construction Grant.
2026.
2026, thank you. 2026 Colonia Fund Construction Grant Fund Program Project by the Texas Department of Agriculture. So this is we went out for bid for RFP, and we had awarded Grant Works. We just have to make it official through this resolution. Very basic resolution stating that a resolution of Jim Wells County, Texas, authorizing the award of administrative project delivery service provider contract for the 2026 Colonia Fund Construction Grant Fund Program. Whereas the 2026 Colonia Construction Grant Fund Program contract requires implementation by professionals experienced in completion of federally funded administrative services. Whereas in order to identify qualified and responsive providers for these services, a request for proposals, RFP, process and administration project delivery services has been completed in accordance with the Texas CDBG requirements. Whereas the proposals received by the due date have been reviewed and to determine the most qualified and responsive providers for the professional service. Now let it be resolved, therefore let it be resolved, Section 1, that Grant Works has been selected to provide the Texas CDBG application and provide related administrative project delivery services for the 2026 Colonia Fund Construction Grant Fund Program Project. And Section 2, that any and all contracts or commitments made with the above named service provider are dependent on the successful negotiations of a contract with the service provider. Signed today, December 2025, December 15, 2025. I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion, have a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 14, discuss, consider, and take action to award RFQ for engineering services for Jim Wells County 2026 Colonia Fund Construction Grant Fund Program by the Texas Department of Agriculture. So we have these by the okay, so we have a report by the committee.
We met.
Please state your name for the court, sir.
We have them ranked. The total top score was 291. It was ICE. And second was Fulcrum, 282. Third was Meta, 279. And fourth was Modern Munoz, 263.
Okay. Does the court have any questions for the committee? Hearing none, the committee's recommending that we go with the highest score, 291, with ICE.
I make a motion to accept the recommendation from the committee, Judge, by accepting ICE as the engineering firm.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And agenda item number 15, discuss, consider, and take action to approve a resolution authorizing the award for engineering services for the Jim Wells County 2026 Colonia Fund Construction Grant Fund Program project by the Texas Department of Agriculture. This is just going to illustrate that we selected ICE for that project. A resolution from Jim Wells County, Texas, authorizing the award of administrative project delivery service. I'm sorry, that needs to say engineering services. We need to change that. Let me get that changed and we'll come back to that. Okay. We'll leave number 15 open, but otherwise, everything is good. Did y'all need to address the court for anything?
Actually, I just wanted to say yes. Good morning, Natalie Gonzalez with GrantWorks. Judge, Commissioners, thank you all so much for allowing us to continue serving. I'm very excited for you guys on this Colonia application. And so given the timeline, because this is due January 8th, Judge, we'll want to move fast, as I know you will too. So what I'd like to do is get with you this afternoon and see if we can schedule a time to get your application writer, paired up with you guys and get everything started to talk about what direction the court would like to take.
So I think commissioners, any one of my commissioners that has a project available,
Okay,
I think it'd behoove you guys to meet with them.
Sure.
Rather than me, that way you can get.
that's perfect,
get
however
moving on
you
the
prefer.
project. And then once all those projects the projects are deemed appropriate and fit the criteria, then I'll come in and do whatever I need to do.
Yes, sir. Who would be the next point of contact then to move that for us?
I think,
Would
Mr.
you
George,
like
you got
it?
a project? Anybody else have a project?
Okay, so I will reach out to both of you two gentlemen and we'll get y'all. No, okay. Sure, and I apologize, normally I wouldn't be this forward with
No, it needs
it,
to be
but
done.
we've got to move it because it's due January 8th and the Christmas holiday is going to create a stopping point for everyone. So anyway, thank you all so much and we'll be in touch.
Yeah, we
Okay.
appreciate you guys, because I know we're gonna have to move swiftly in
Yes,
order to get that, but I'm sure we can get it done.
we will get it done. All
right.
right, looking forward.
Thank you. So all we're gonna do is come back to number 15 and do the resolution for the engineer, and we'll wrap that up.
Sure, no problem.
All righty. Otherwise, I think everybody that needs to go has gotta go, is taken care of.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Mr. Juan, do you have another? No. Oh, you're good? Okay, all right, just making sure. Okay, we'll go back to agenda item number 7. It's going to be a presentation by Core Recon on the findings for the recent vulnerable scanning assessment. And we need to go into executive session for this one. Let me see here. Or 9:29 a.m. And Jim Wells County Commissioners Court will go into executive session under Texas Government Code 551.089. Are we good? We're on? Are we on?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're on, sir.
Okay. Yes, go ahead. Jim Wells County Commissioners Court, it is now 10:05 a.m. and we're returning back from executive session. We're closing executive session and returning to regular open session. We just finished agenda item number 7, and we completed 8, 9, 10. We're gonna go on to agenda item number 11. Discuss, consider, and take action to adopt an order and corresponding forms setting forth procedures for determining exceptions to plating requirements under Texas Local Government Code, Section 232.0015. And I spoke with Mr. Guerra. He asked that we table this item until the 22nd, that he was verifying, dotting his i's and crossing his t's on a certain things. So I'll make a motion that we table till the 22nd.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Did Lance, can you call, text Lance, because he might have to give us the KPIs for the burn ban here in a minute. Moving forward to agenda item number 12. Discuss, consider, and take action on amending the Jim Wells County holiday schedule for 2026. And I think this dealt with
Oh, my God. Show it. Just married him.
Whoops.
Is that in the
I think the major,
resolution?
the concerns were, I think, January 2nd of 2026. I know New Year's Day falls on a Thursday, so the question is, will we be off on Friday also? And then 4th of July, I think 4th of July falls on help me out here, Isabel. Let's see. It's on a Saturday, so we get one holiday. The question was if it was gonna be the Friday or the Monday. And
Is
then,
it mandatory to have a holiday on Fourth of July if it falls on the weekend?
yes,
It's a
I think
state.
It's,
it is.
it's mandatory.
federal
I just want
holiday.
to make that clear to the people that are out there.
And then in December of 2026, the courthouse being closed Wednesday, the 23rd, and then 24th and 25th is, I guess, Thursday and Friday. And then on New Year's Eve, will the courthouse be closed on Friday because it falls on Thursday again? So,
Too many holidays.
Yeah, and about 90% are mandatory.
So, does anybody have an issue with any of the ones I read out? I mean, with what we have?
Well, January 1st is on Thursday, so we got enough time to come back to work on Friday. I don't know. It's just a calendar how it falls, it's not too good, but any opinions, guys? Huicho, Ventura, Renee, opinions?
I don't think anybody's gonna wanna come on Friday after off on the Thursday.
I think, if we're gonna have a day off, it's January 1st for sure, right?
Yeah, we have.
Okay, we're gonna have an extra day off, it'd be a Friday for me, actually. That way, you come back on Friday and, most people are gonna take a day off anyway.
Okay, all right, so we kind of have consensus on that one, I think. And then on July 4th, do we want the Friday or the Monday?
Judge, on that, I just looked, yeah, it's
The
gonna
following,
be observed by, I guess, banks and so forth on Friday. So I don't know if we want to be in line with
on Friday,
Oh, yes,
where it's being observed.
yes,
I think it'd be in line with the government.
yes, we got it. Friday be good.
Friday'd be good for me.
Okay, and then, December,
So the first one was what, Friday, Judge?
Be off January 2nd.
yes. The first one was Friday, and then 4th of July be Friday, and then back out in December, the Wednesday, the 23rd, like we doing it this year, right? This year we're 23rd, 24th, and 25th, or no? I don't even know when we're
Hold
on.
on, hold
I
on.
think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so this year that we approve in 2024, we approved to be off 3 days like we're asking here? The same thing, right?
Next year, Christmas moves to Friday.
Yes.
Right, let me see. Hold on.
We're closed Wednesday, the 24th. It's not the 23rd. Tuesday's the 23rd this year.
Okay, so we're off the 24th and 25th and 26th.
26th.
Yeah. So next year, just Thursday and Friday would be,
It's Wednesday and Friday, so.
Yeah, but we're off 3 days. So that's why we're asking if, yeah, this year we're off 3 days, 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Yeah,
Because Christmas is on.
yes, Thursday,
I think next year we should be off just 2 days, like,
Okay.
Thursday and Friday.
yeah, Thursday and Friday,
Okay, so that's a no on that one. Okay, so,
So this, but Christmas is on
On Friday.
On a Friday.
Next
okay.
year.
So we'd be off Thursday and then the weekend, I think that's more than enough.
okay.
Think so too.
And then next year, the same thing for New Year's. So we'll just go with the same thing we're doing this year, and then for next year?
Just a
Anybody
quick,
opposed?
we're off, we're closed. I think we were approved for the 31st this year. So just an FYI for next year on New Year's Eve. Yeah, so we're closed New Year's Eve the 31st
This year?
this year.
So we're off 3 days? We're gonna be off 3 days then?
Okay, so,
I didn't know if you.
all right, so, so we're off Wednesday and Thursday, and you have to come back Friday? Well, we can change that today and just go Thursday and Friday instead of doing it the reverse, right?
Most people want to be off on the 31st, I would think, because that's when people celebrate the first.
Yeah,
And come back Friday? Okay. I don't care, I mean, I'm
On
on,
Christmas, we're gonna put it in New Year's instead.
yeah, I mean, whatever y'all think, I mean,
We just wanted to make sure because I think that's what the calendar already had.
The-
first. So if y'all are doing.
so the
so
following
in
year's
other
gonna,
words, we don't even need to be discussing it right now, right? Pretty
Well,
much?
y'all need to discuss first, because y'all had up through the.
Yeah, we already approved that one.
Off for this year already.
31st and the 1st, and then everybody's gonna come back Friday for work. Okay.
What y'all are
But, yeah,
That's a
so,
word.
so the question is, are we gonna change it to Friday instead of Wednesday?
discussing, 31st and 1st.
31st and 1st, or 31st and 1st, or 1st and 2nd? Right?
I think the
This coming year?
2025 is the 31st and the 1st, right? and the first.
Oh,
The first is on a Friday?
The 26th is on a Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
So this year, y'all have to determine
2026
We're-
is gonna be on a Friday.
starting on the first.
So we're back to here
Well,
again.
That's what I'm saying, 2026, it's on a Friday.
for next year,
No,
so,
we're back to the top one.
so for next year,
Oh, to this year's one?
Yeah, because right now, I guess we said last year that we're gonna be off the 31st and the first, instead of,
Well, no, y'all are discussing the first right now, because last year we only discussed 2025, which is through the 31st.
What's the,
And so this year we're discussing 2026, beginning January 1st. So that's what y'all would have to discuss.
so that's why we said to be off Friday, January the 2nd, 2026. Correct, Ventura?
yeah,
Yeah, that's,
but we're off, we're already off the 31st and the first.
yeah, but this is to discuss and amend the
you know, it's
2026
amended, you know.
calendar, not the 2025.
That's set in
Yeah.
stone.
That's,
The 2025 is already done.
Yeah.
Why are we even talking about that?
That's how we want.
yeah, I know.
This is to amend the 2026.
He's just saying because we're off on the 31st.
If we say,
gonna-
if we say yes on the January 2nd, then we're off the 31st, 1st, and 2nd. 3 days. I don't think we need to do that. Yeah. So we just leave it as is. We don't need to discuss it, right?
Come back on the 2nd,
Come back on the 2nd on Friday.
just do it.
Unless y'all want to change the 31st to the, and come to work on the 31st and work and be off 1st and 2nd.
I would favor the.
The last year's schedule's already done for the 31st.
We can amend it. I
Yeah,
mean,
we can
change it.
amend this. I'd rather be off on a Friday versus, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody's gonna, I mean, you're gonna have people calling in on Friday. I mean,
But anyway,
Historically showing the 31st is one of the busiest holidays, or the busiest day, night for the fire departments. For, you know, fires that happen, wrecks, stuff like that. So for the fire departments, it's a pretty long night as well for that.
so do we want to be off the 31st or the 2nd?
Opinions?
my opinion is the second, you know, but.
Was that Isabel?
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, most people would rather be off
Friday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday versus coming back on Friday. That's my opinion, you know.
Okay, so we're good there on Friday. We're good on Friday, the July 4th. No on the Christmas, and yes on the Friday the 1st. Okay. So I'll make a motion that we amend it. And the courthouse will be closed January 1st and 2nd of 2026. And July 4th, courthouse will be closed Friday, July 3rd. And on Christmas of next year, we're off the 24th and 25th. And then for New Year's of next year, we'll be closed on Friday. That's my motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I go back to the office, surprise.
And then we're gonna go back to agenda item number 15. This is approving a resolution. Discuss, consider, and take action to approve a resolution authorizing the award for engineering services for Jim Wells County 2026 Colonial Fund Construction Grant Fund Program Project by the Texas Department of Agriculture. And on agenda item number 14, we awarded to ICE Engineering. So a resolution of Jim Wells County, Texas, authorizing the award of engineering, architect, surveying services provider contract for the 2026 Colonial Fund Construction Grant Fund Project. Whereas the 2026 Colonial Fund Construction Grant Fund Program contract requires implementation of professionals experienced in the completion of the federally funded program projects. Whereas in order to identify qualified and responsive providers of these services, a request for qualification RFQ process engineering services has been completed in accordance with the Texas CDBG requirements. Whereas the proposals received by the due date have been reviewed and determined the most qualified and responsive providers for the professional service. Now therefore, let it be resolved that Section 1, the International Consulting Services, ICE, has been awarded the contract for the Texas CDBG grant application and project-related professional engineering architect surveying services for the 2026 Colonial Fund Construction Grant Fund Program Project. I just wanted to make sure that ICE is International Consulting Services. That's their name?
Engineering Consulting,
National Consulting Engineers.
National Consulting, yes.
Engineers. Okay, so we have to put engineers here.
National.
And Section 2, that any and all contracts or commitments made with the above named services providers are dependent on the successful negotiation of contract with the service provider. And this is going to be signed today if approved. So I make a motion that we approve the resolution signifying
Second.
ICE, the International Consulting Engineers, awarded the contract. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Mrs. Isabel. All right. So we need to put successful engineers and then ICE on it. Pick out the services. Thank you. Agenda item number 16, discuss, consider, and take action to extend the burn ban for another 90 days.
Lance Brown, Jim Wells County Emergency Management Coordinator. As of 12/13/2025, our KBDIs were 623. They were hanging around the 616 marker. We're still in drought-like conditions. We did get some good significant rain on the north side. Alice got a little bit, but Fremont didn't, so it's a county ride. We are 123 ticks above the threshold of 500. If we do get some significant rain in the near future, Judge has the authority to lift it at any time. We just need the court's permission to reinstate the burn ban. We have our burn notifications. We do understand that, for the farmers and agricultural purposes, we do need to burn. And so that right there has been working out tremendously. Our county has been mitigating those hazards with people calling in and applying for the burn notifications, making sure that they qualify and they have the proper PPE to protect their property in the event of disaster and make sure that they're not going to burn down Miss Betty's house, right? So the burn notification that you guys approved about 2 years ago, my hat's off to you because, man, that right there has really helped us out a lot and keeping people accountable, deterring people from burning, and then the people that are burning illegally and not with the burn notifications, then the sheriff's department now has the authority to reprimand them.
I'll make a motion to accept the extension for the burn ban, Judge.
Can you add authorizing the county judge to lift it if
With the authorization for the county judge to be able to lift it if possible, if it qualifies.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion. I have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Motion carries. Thank you, Lance. Motion carries. Agenda item number 17, discuss, consider, and take action to adopt courthouse parking rules for the Jim Wells County Courthouse and the adjacent Alma Street parking lot.
Okay. Can I go over there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
State your name. State your name.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Renee Kirchhoff. I am Jim Wells County Commissioner Precinct 3. And one of the first questions I kind of am interested in is when I came into office, I know a long time ago as I was growing up, we always had 4 doors to the courthouse and they were all open. And when I came into office, then we only had 1. And I don't know if that's because if it was COVID or is it local, state, or government rule that there's only 1 door? Does anybody know? I don't know. Okay.
It's based on security because there was incidents that happened in other counties. In order to know exactly who's coming in and to utilize our magnetic deal there, that we only have 1 entrance for the community. Otherwise, the employees and elected officials can come through the backside. Don't really want to use the north and east side. Right now, the security is based on only 2 security officers, so we're kind of limited, so, but go ahead.
Okay, I was just wondering because I didn't know, and I know that a lot of people out there don't know either. Okay, so I don't have, it went dead on me.
What did?
My iPad. Anyway, okay, so with the courthouse parking right now, everyone that works here in this courthouse building has a path to get in. And it's on the east side of the building here. And I have,
West.
I mean west. Okay, the west side. Okay. And so I came this weekend and I drove it and I counted all the spots. And I kind of like drew it up a little bit. And if you take this whole side right here in front of the sidewalk, and then you take the whole parking lot back there, I came up with there's 78 parking spots. And the reason I have come up with, putting this on Commissioner's Court is because I only come here maybe once a week. And it just seems that every time I come, I see elderly people walking with a walker. This one time I came, this lady was taking every bit of maybe 6 to 8 inches a step. And I asked her, I said, ma'am, you need some help? I go, where did you park? And she told me that she parked all the way over here, and the entrance is right here. So I asked her what was wrong, and she said, well, she's got back problems, but she had to come here for some business. And that's when I just thought to myself that there's no reason that visitors at any time should have to park back here, because I have it measured from the middle of that parking lot. If a visitor comes to visit, it's 550 to 600 feet to walk to get in this door. And employees from the middle of that parking lot to this door to get in is like 50 feet. So they have 50 feet to walk in to get into air condition, out of the weather. I mean, it could be drizzling or whatever. But if you work here, you're going to park. I think that parking for employees needs to be over here, and anything from this corner to this corner this way should be for visitors. Also, here, I think there's signs that say, 2 hour minimum parking. You know, to me, right here should be no more than 30 minutes. It's a drop dock, quick, mail drop, whatever. Like if I come to pick up my paychecks, I don't even turn my car off. I just park it, I get out, I'm in, I come pick up checks, I'm out within 2 minutes. And to me, that little piece right there, you know, could be for somebody that takes a break when they're working and want to stop at the courthouse to drop something off at the clerk's office. But if they had to park all the way over there, by the time they parked and then they walked all the way, took care of business, walked all the way back, well, there goes their whole break. When this, I believe, being that it's the only door opened, that this, I think that this should be for visitor parking only and not for employee parking. Let's see what else. Okay, so we do have 4 spots for handicap, and we do have the ramp there. The veteran services have moved to the other building. Did those signs still need to be here? I never see anybody parked in them.
Well, I was thinking about that. We may make one more handicap and take one veteran off, but they still have business here because they come pick up the checks over here, right, Cindy? The veterans?
No.
Not necessarily?
Rocky does pick them up from us, and I believe he disperses them from his office.
So we don't want to forget about the veterans if they have to come to any of our other offices, so we'll still remain one on each side, and we'll make one of those, so we don't take away other parking spaces, but yeah, we'll have 2 and 3 handicaps on each side.
Okay, and then we have a dumpster sitting here taking up 2 spots. I think there's
Yeah.
spots over there, isn't there?
That doesn't belong to us.
Whose parking lot is that?
Church. The church,
Oh, and they allow
yeah.
county to park here?
Yeah, they allow, but we kind of don't try to take too much advantage of that. We do try to clean it as much as we can and trim the trees as much as we can because our people do park there. And the trash cans, we can't put them over there. We have neighbors around us also, and we have the probation department on that side of us too. So we all kind of share all this public parking. With the bank building, we have been able to, I think it's 12 or 13. We freed up 12 or 13 parking spaces. And once we get everybody else moved, that we do approve them moving over there, then I suspect another 10 or 12. So we're trying to do that. We're making progress on the grant. Government came back up, no longer shut down. So we're making progress on the grant. So we're going to start remodeling. Once the remodeling is done, then we can move. And since you brought it up, you know, I've been thinking about it a lot. You know, it's kind of tough when there's court. You know, when there's court, there's no other place around here where people can park. And if it's a big court, you know, some people that park in the empty lot that belongs to the Gutierrez's, which we don't really have permission per se. You know, they don't say anything about it. We appreciate what they do and allow us to do that. But when there's court, it's hard because if an employee goes and does something, then returns back, if you don't get that spot, you're gonna, you know, our employees are gonna be parking, you know, a block or 2 away. So very cautious of what we're doing. Indirectly, that was part of people moving to the bank building to free up parking spaces.
Okay.
I'm with you. We have to figure it out because the only thing that worries me about anybody with walkers or cane parking in the front here on Cameron is the big step that's there. That's the only thing. And if they feel like they can overcome that, hey, fun and dandy. But we don't want to create a liability. But otherwise, anybody else, Yes, you're right. You're totally right on the 30-minute or 2-hour parking.
I mean, because I know that there's probably a lot of visitors who just want to come in real quick, drop off what they got to drop off, and take off. And it's, the lady that was taking 6-inch steps, if you take it, this is what got me is whenever I had it measured out, because it was almost 600 steps one way. And usually a step is a foot, but just say, I mean, yeah, 1,000, it was probably 1,200 feet that she had to take one way. So that's over 2,000 that she had to, I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody saw her. It was horrible. It was horrible. And walking up, the elevators weren't working. Then after walking that far, she had to walk up the stairs. I mean, I don't know. I just thought it was horrible when I saw it.
We definitely understand what you're saying, yeah.
So, you never approached the Gutierrez's, maybe they'll do an annual lease on that empty lot?
No, we haven't. I mean, that's a possibility.
It's an option, you know, I mean, just as long as it stays clean. If the day they build something, well, you know, there goes the lease, but,
Or how much are those metal detectors? I mean, this way where I'm saying is there's zero cost to the public. But how much are the metal detectors where you can open up another door? We have 2 policemen
The-
here.
The metal detectors are not the issue. The only reason it's open here is because it's handicap accessible and the elevator's on this side. Over here, people have to walk up these stairs, and the security. We'd have to, the sheriff is responsible for the security of the building, so if we add another entrance, we might have to add another security, person detail.
Also, all these old vehicles just sitting here, taking up spaces where, you know, employees could park. Maybe they need to be taken to the impound, sheriff's impound over there at, Commissioner's office over there. There's 5 of them, I think.
Safety.
Five parking spots over here being taken by just,
Yeah, but I think there's only 2 of those old vehicles they're old vehicles, but they're still being used. Right or no?
Ruben's old truck and then our judges, that Robert
The
uses.
Tahoe is
The
utilized
Tahoe.
by the district office.
Is Deacon's old truck still there? Cause that one we can move for sure. Okay.
and then I don't know, there's 2 over here on that side. I don't know who that is.
Might be probation. Cause I feel what you're saying, like with the probation over here, you know, they have people coming in all the time, so they take up 10 or 15 parking spots on the south side as well. I mean,
And that's what court too, because a lot of times they have to go to court and they have to go to the probation.
if we have jury duties, you know, it gets hectic. What the good thing is, you know, that only happens maybe once or twice a month, sort of thing.
Check the vehicles force.
And the dentist office right there also, they use it to park on the side also. I saw a lady get
Oh,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah, you're right. Yes.
well, another improvement, idea would be to do the east side like you have everywhere else around the court, you know, park diagonally. You know, remove the curb, remove soil, and put a concrete curb up to that other sidewalk there and asphalt.
You know, actually, the easement belongs to the city. Anything we do there has to go through their policies.
That's a brilliant idea, Mr. Aguilar.
And so anyway,
I actually,
it's a super idea what Commissioner's saying. We already addressed it at one point. The city didn't want it for whatever reason. And when we got those additional parking, we had to go through them. So any additional parkings we need there has to come through the city. You know, so whether it's 2 hours or 30 minutes or how many you want, they're the ones that dictate.
So where's the fence line to the courthouse on the east side? Where's your property line?
Well, you know, that,
I'm just saying.
I don't understand how come they keep saying that that it's the cities when
not-
I actually
you know,
think that all the property
because
inside
we've
here
been
belongs
through it
to
before,
the county.
Commissioner.
No, I understand. But we need to double check with them again. I've contacted one of the gentlemen that works out there. He said that he didn't have a problem with it, but he was gonna check with engineering. But to me, that's the ideal thing to do, is do the same kind of parking we have over here. You just move up your sidewalk to the front.
And
top.
that's,
That would
there's
be,
always gonna be a yay and nay, because at 8 o'clock in the morning and school's on, or from 2:30 to 3:30 when there's school, I mean, we have lines on all four sides. So I don't know how to get in, to get out at that time, it's gonna be tough.
it's the same thing when you park over here on the north side, Judge. So it is what it is.
Well, we have to
It
ask to
creates
see,
better access to the,
ask the city and rezone that little area, but I don't think if the street, the right of way of the city is so many feet, and perhaps maybe 5 feet of that area is in the side, the city right of way, the rest belongs to the courthouse, so I don't see a problem, but I can ask the city, see what they come up with on that side, and if we have to do an application or rezoning for that little area, we can do it.
Yeah.
Is that an issue?
And also, if that becomes, you know, which would be great if it would happen, then here we are again. Is that gonna be for visitors only? You know, or are we going to take everything up and then the
You're
visitors
creating
park
more-
over here?
You're creating more space for visitors. That's.
I think
They
you
didn't let you, there was a reason why they didn't let us do it one time. We've been down that road before. And there's a reason, I just don't remember. But like you say, it becomes a visitor's parking, you know, I agree with you.
Well, what you're trying to say is, or what you're saying is, if you work here at the courthouse all day, you need to park somewhere else besides the access, the most convenient way for the customers to come in. Everybody else needs to park a little bit further away. So,
Exactly, because if you work in this office, you have a pass to get in.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
I'm 100% with you.
No problem.
And,
We can start there and do a little bit more research on the city, and like I said, hopefully sooner than later, we'll have at least 10 or 12 more parking
You
lots.
know, over here on the south side, there's a dentist that's there. Some of their customers park there. And guess what? It's public parking. You see what, you know, there's issues to every problem. So we can say you cannot park there, but can we enforce it? That become the issue.
Well, when you're a county official and you work here at the courthouse, you know, what do? We have courtesy to other people. That's what we need to have in our heads. Have to be courteous to people that come and go, especially older folks that need to park closer to the ramps, or that are not as physical as us to move around. We need to be courteous to the public. Bottom line.
yeah, I mean,
Anyway, I agree with you.
Camera.
We agree.
in case
100%, don't
anybody's
get it
watching,
wrong.
they
Thank
can
you,
see
Renee.
this, the yellow is,
I'll speak to the city, see what rises of that.
okay.
Okay,
actually, I already spoke with them, and I'm waiting for them to answer me back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes,
awesome.
ma'am.
So, we table it until we find out more information?
Well,
Can put it back on.
Can you just put it back on the agenda, or?
Yeah. Motion to table.
Motion table.
Second.
Motion and second to table. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
aye.
Motion carried.
You want to table it? You want to know?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to know. Agenda item number 16, discuss, consider, and take action to authorize county judge to purchase a cargo van for elections department in accordance with the county's procurement policy by utilizing the standard process for purchasing through the TIPS USA provider, utilizing the general fund reserved for contingencies. This is This will be a cargo van that, their last cargo van is retired and
Went out.
it went out, yep. It's not an operable condition, so, requesting that we purchase a van that costs $50,508. It is through Boswell Elite Ford. They're under the TIPS program. And we need the van.
I make a motion to approve the item as presented, Judge.
What is it used for, Judge?
It's a cargo van, usually has 15 passenger, but we don't have the seats in the back. So it's all for election equipment during election.
Well, the one that Richard used last time is already
Died.
went out.
And he was able to do the last election, without utilizing anything extra, but there's coming into this, March election of next year, he needs it, so. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Man, right into 12/15/2025. Hey, we're almost over. Oh, my God.
I just got used to writing 25.
Felt like it. Agenda item number 19, discuss, consider, and take action on payroll and bills as submitted by the county auditor with the exception of Fund 52, 53, and 54. There's nothing out of the ordinary in this, right, Ms. Cindy? Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I want to say, one thing. Saturday morning at downtown, the bank building, we had the veterans, food drive for the Christmas food drive. Anybody that's still interested in donating food, can donate it on the first floor, Veterans Office at the, County Annex Bank Building. We'll be collecting all the way till, I think, the 20th or 21st. We'll be giving away, I think, on the 23rd, 22nd or 23rd. So, that's very important. As much as we collect, we can supplement a little bit and hopefully feed as many families as we can, provide them for the whole meal, Christmas meal. So, anybody interested, please, donate canned goods and whatever else we need, to feed these people.
I got one other thing to say. I just want to say this to the public constituents in precinct 1. A lot of my personnel are on vacation, so we're kind of down to a minimal crew. So just be patient with us till holidays are over, and we'll be back in force 100%. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Motion to adjourn.
You got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion needed? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Okey dokey, guys.